G'day and welcome to The Breakdown. NFL legend Vince Lombardi once said, "Attack sells tickets, but defense wins championships." Let's have a look at what he was on about when we look at the NRL's best defensive teams and their worst and see if he's on the money. First up, let's have a look at goal line defense. Initially, the Dragons and what they're doing ultra effectively in their half of the field. If we roll the footage, there's a few things I want you to pay attention to. One, where they're tackling. They see they're attacking the ball, so there's no chance of an offload. And two, how quickly the defending players are getting back. So when we hold the footage here, we can see there's no way that that ball's coming out. The initial contact's made at the ball, and you'll also see how quickly these guys get back on side so that when the ball's being played, they're already coming forward. Roll the footage. Players back quickly on side. Defence is set, coming forward. Now another real key feature right here, and we stop it here. This is the fullback, Josh Dugan. He's in the defensive line, which gives them 13 players in this goal line area that the defence has to beat, the attack has to beat. Roll the footage. And this becomes very important when we make a comparison in a tick. Dugan back in here, you can see that these players' body shapes up the field, moving forward. And watch this. This is great defence. Again, they tack the ball. Frank Paul-Nu'uausala here. Real strong carry. Hard to stop from there. But this contact, heads in tight, shoulders in, makes it really effective play. And why St George are so good in this part of the field. Roll the footage. Let's have a look at what it doesn't look like when we move forward and have a gander at the Titans. Straight away we see with the Titans here as we hold the footage is, look, there's people out of the defensive line. They're not working together already, and it's not even play one finished. Roll the footage. Remember we talked about Josh Dugan and where he stood? William Zillman, who I'm a big fan of, if you hold standing here, he should be in the defensive line where this guy is, which pushes him to there, actually closes these spaces down. With only 12 men in this part of the field, the consequences are space. When there's space in this competition, have a look what happens. Great ball here from Seguiaro, but this guy's looking in, and there's, even if he hit him, Kite would probably go through, but it's Sikamano here that scores. Well, look at this, roll the footage. Great bit of skill, but that's poor defence. Missing one key player. You can't do it in this competition. Parramatta Eels, who haven't been great defensively either. Again, no control in this initial, very lucky not to be penalised here, but that's a little bit of a feature. But as we roll the footage forward a little bit further than this, keep going, hold. This is play one, guys. Sorry, play two. That winger should be in the line. There's no chance of a kick being effective against him. So why is he tucked in there? This allows space. Chrissy Sandow's come out of the line, allowed himself to be isolated against a very strong ball carrier. The consequences are, with this space here, him out of the line is this. Watch. He gets bounced off. The winger comes in. You know now these days that wingers don't need a lot of space to get the ball down. That's poor defensive structure. The Storm, let's pay attention to what they do in the tackle first of all. They always find there, even when the guy's in a good position, to get a little bit extra in the play. Again, watch them in the tackle. Good strong leg drive, but there's a little bit extra, allowing their teammates to get back on side already. And as we pause it here, the other thing I want you to pay attention to is that their shoulders are up the field. Again, allowing them to move this way or that way. If you turn, this part of you is compromised. This allows them, roll the footage, to make ultra effective tackles, do a little bit more. Cameron Smith, the jiu-jitsu black belt, even though in this part of the game, you know, he doesn't get him down. Look what his teammates are able to do. The tackle's not finished, and these guys are ready to come forward. This is the key to effective goal line defence. Cameron Smith, annoying as usual. Again, a little bit extra in that tackle, every tackle. Oh, hang on. There's a fullback again in the defensive line in this part of the field. As we roll the footage forward, it's pretty interesting to watch what Billy Slater does here. He's on his bike, but again, see their shoulders? See how they're all facing up the field? Melbourne do this as good as any team in the competition. Let's go through the same process and examining teams exiting their own half and what good defensive structure and systems look like and what bad defensive structure and systems look like. First of all, let's go back to the Melbourne Storm and have a look at what they do really effectively. First of all, I want you to pay attention to what they do in the tackle. I don't think Craig Bellamy would be particularly pleased with those two guys' effort there, but you see the little bit extra in the tackle here? That means, look, they're coming forward. That's really important with good body shape. Again, a little bit extra in the tackle allows them to come forward. Notice where the winger is, pushed in. We're going to see that in this next shot. Slow play the ball. Watch this, defensive line coming forward, and as we pause here, there's their number 3 defender. So Cooper Cronk only has 2 defenders on the outside of him, and he is inside the halfway. So he's inside the post. So there's only 2 defenders defending 50% of the field, which allows them to have condensed numbers in here, more numbers in the tackle. Look at these body positions again. Roll the footage. Great control in the tackle. Little bit extra, as they always do. Allows kick pressure. When you have good kick pressure, quite often the result is either the ball caught on the full or kicked out in the full. Watch this. This is why the Titans are struggling. Greg Inglis catches the ball and already we've got a player on the ground. That's 1 defender out of the defensive line, but also because of the speed of the ruck, they can't be coming forward. So momentum after play 1 is going South's way. Let's have a look at the impact of it. This whole set, South don't come up with highly effective play, but the yardage they're making, players slicing through, quick play the ball, guys can't come forward. That's a really good tackle, by the way, but slow to get up. Can you see how the numbers aren't coming at them there? And look at this, is a really good shot. So if we pause it there, see how these guys, their body position's good, but they're not coming forward. And a guy of this size, one of these Burgess boys, look what happens. There's good contact, roll the footage, makes really good contact. But because he's stopped and he's going, momentum rules, we see this. So after what I would call a pretty poor set, coming out of their own 20-metre area, look where they end up. So you get a whole length of the field based on ruck speed. Parramatta are an interesting team. They always have a lot of energy, but their defensive record's poor because they don't work together consistently. After a really good kick chase, they win this game actually. You can see lots of energy, but you can see they're not working together already in this set. Starting to develop some ruck speed, not that same control on the tackle. Chris Sandow gets picked out here. Player ends up on the ground. He's not in the defensive line. He's not in the defensive line. There's 2 players missing already. Do the math. Opportunity's going to happen. Roll the footage here. Quick play the ball. Of course, it's a one-on-one tackle, allows this offload. And as we pause there, look already. Look at this. Come on, you can see they're not working together. You can see their body shapes are all in different areas. So they've got no perception of what's around them. Roll the footage. It's even worse now. Wow, people looking everywhere. The impact of that as we roll the footage now is that you get one-on-one opportunities. The players are so good in the NRL if you provide that opportunity. Look, they're scattered everywhere. Have a look at some of the skill executed by Penrith, but it's only because the Eels' defensive structure allow it. Offload, one-on-one tackle, space, offload, one-on-one tackle, quick play the ball. Defence in disarray, not coming forward. Ouch, late hit. Sorry, Jamie, didn't agree with that one, mate. But again, guys working on their own, have a look. Everyone's working on their own. You can't give a guy like that this opportunity. Eventually, that's the consequence of it. The Eels have great energy in defence. They've just got to work better together. Have a look at the team that does it best. Hold him up. Drive him back. Remember, we saw Melbourne Storm control on the ground. These guys tend, again, tackle the ball, hold him up, drive him back. control that ground area. Guess what? Because that's slow, look how far forward they get on the next play. Next shot's a really important one to look at. See? There's the winger. He's inside the 20. The wing is inside the 20. So if you're running the ball into this area, good luck, guys. There's a lot of guys already back, coming forward, shoulder square, roll the footage. The consequence being, look, they're getting met on the ad line. This is late in the set. Hold him up, drive him back. Again, we have a look at that. They've adjusted over. Look how condensed that line is. It's a hard way to get through. You might be better off shifting in this part of the field, but a high risk. As we roll the footage, again, we see the same consequence, the same control, and the big thing here is for all of us that are interested in attack, look where St. George get to start their next attacking set. Because their defence is so good, they get to start their attacking set almost in the opposition's half. That is a key feature of how they're winning games. I look forward to seeing you next week on The Breakdown.